Executive Director of DC Strings Workshop, known as DC Strings. I'm grateful for the opportunity to testify on behalf of arts organizations, artists, and musicians who've traditionally been left out of legacy funding streams. For the past 4 years, DC Strings has been a partner and grantee of the Commission. The Council's investment in the Commission budget over the years has been instrumental to the growth of the local arts sector. I stand before you today to emphasize the paramount importance of sustaining music and arts education for the youth and musicians of our community. Currently, DC Strings serves more than 500 students in several DC public and charter schools. For years, we've partnered with DCPS, DPR, and other district agencies to present summer camps serving hundreds of students. This is in addition to offering workshops and music instruction during the school day. I'll summarize my remarks as there's a lot to get to. As you're aware, it's been a challenging time for the arts sector, but the council can help by strengthening and empowering the commission. First, the General Operating Support Grant Program has been a vital tool to sustain and build a resilient arts sector. Moving this program to multi-year funding would be helpful in giving organizations the confidence to scale and invest in new programming and staff. Remove the stipulation of a 50% cap where organizations cannot receive more than 50% of their total district grants and awards, which is essentially a cut. Unfortunately, DC Strings funding was cut more than 35% this past year, totaling more than $40,000 due to new budget rules implemented by the council. These decisions are playing games with our livelihoods as administrators and musicians. DC Strings is one of over a dozen organizations affected by this rule change. You continue to fund tourist attractions and not the real communities that deserve to be served. The district is pushing aside local voices, artists, and culture. This cut was DC Strings payroll for months, causing us to scramble with our donors and supporters. Cutting DC Strings, a small community-based arts organization, has a deep impact instantly. This loss of revenue means we have to turn away interested students, reduce the number of concerts in our season, shrink our staff, and tell families we cannot afford to provide them with particular services. Second, I ask the council to address the 102% cap up to 5% dedicated tax revenue for the commission. This is also a cut to the top line budget of the commission and will limit the growth of the agency and its ability to support the sector over time. The youth of our city are crying out. They're scared not only for their safety, but their future. Many have experienced traumatic events. Music and arts therapy is a way to heal and give them a greater voice and agency in their future. I'm a firm believer in the words of the great civil rights and children's rights activist Marian Wright Edelman. You can't be what you can't see. What are our youth seeing today when the council cuts community organizations that bring hope and joy to the lives through the power of the arts? I also want to see greater collaboration with the commission, with Learn 24, Destination DC, DCPS, DPR. They should be working together. They should be coordinating. There's festivals and musical opportunities where they could bring thousands of people, residents, highlighting local artists and bring more revenue to the city. With so few band and orchestra programs, how will many of our youth get to the legacy institutions? These programs are being cut. I was one of those kids once. Being able to study music and being exposed to classical music changed my life, and calling the council to do more and do better. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. Nicole Lewis.